Nate, I've started live streaming if you want to pull it up.
Okay.
I just also need you to know if I can, if you can hear my microphone.
Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me pull up the video. What's your YouTube channel again? Is it Nylon?
Not nylon.
Neon, sorry.
Ooh.
Is it Neon?
Nyan.
Nyan. Neon. Nyan. Oh! Nyan. Thank you for correcting.
You're welcome.
It's Neon.
Nyan.
It's Nyan. Nyan.
Silk.
I think I spelled it right, but like capital T.
I put it as Silas plays Biomutant.
Wait, oh, that's so cute. Oh, I found you guys. Why? I wrote it right? Silas plays Biomutant. Oh, cute. You have your own little, like, banner.
Yeah, I made that a long time ago.
Oh my god. Yes, it is. Wow. Like the thumb. Oh, sorry. Yes, I was supposed to be able to hear you.
Wee you, wee you.
You sound very low. Or is that me?
Did you hear me say wee you, wee you?
Okay, wait. Okay, speak again.
Wee you, wee you.
Okay, I hear it. It's just my thing is very delayed,
Yeah,
so that's why I have to wait a little bit to be able
so
to
it
hear.
usually is.
How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. So, let's expect an unusual end. Welcome to Biomutant.
Thank you for any subtitles.
Encode
That
your
was so
DNA.
weird.
Oh, I get to choose my character.
Really? That's so I get to choose my character. So I think you may convince me to play this game. I love character customization. That's enough to get me to play any game, to be honest.
I like this one.
I think Primal is the most badass looking.
Yeah, but I like the last one. So
Like
cute.
the last one, get the last one.
So cute.
Define your genetic structure.
Define your character's starting attributes. See more detailed explanation.
Oh.
Oh, his face completely changes when he gets smaller. I like how, like, the basically it's like they're more like Favorucha or something. Their face changes, like, oh, the charismatic one looks more like cool, and then the agility one is more smaller because, you know, agility does depend on your size, and I don't know. It's a very cool small detail. Oh, the map. Okay. Oh, there's a code that comes with your genetic makeup.
I think I'm okay with this.
I think it's okay.
Choose a genetic resilience.
Oh, great. Okay. A genetic resilience.
I need to put my
Radioactivity and biohazard. I'm sad you can't do both.
Choose your first style. Pick your main color.
Silas.
Hmm?
I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I'm so tired.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'll keep live streaming for as long. And we can watch it tomorrow.
I'll stay on for I'll stay on to 3:30.
Choose your detail color.
just
Pick
realized
a
your character has a
class.
tail.
Hmm?
I just realized that your character has a tail.
I also just realized that.
Deadeye chosen.
Oh, wait. I did.
Pick a class. Commando.
Oh, dang.
Psy-freak.
Oh.
Oh.
Saboteur. Sentinel.
Oh, dang.
Saboteur.
I don't know which one I like more.
I like the sci freak and I'm really leaning towards it.
The one with the two, like,
Psy-freak.
No.
I like the side freak, and I'm really looking for
Commando.
I would have picked that one too. I like having imagination.
True, I wasn't
Deadeye.
expecting that.
Commando. Psy-freak. Psy-freak chosen.
There's my tail.
Bubba? It's so long. It's very weird.
Good choice. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun.
It's a little too soon, I think.
Oh, I could double jump.
We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living.
Oh, so this is like you can choose your path.
But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Let me introduce myself. I'm the light and bright side of you, or your inner voice to be precise. An echo of balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
Seems more like you're being light-headed if you ask me, but you'll come around, eventually.
But what comes around goes all the way back around. So, it's better to stick to your instincts. You can't fight what's in your nature.
In your nature, and here I was hoping we'd be all about natural selection, survival of the strongest, and so forth. If that's not instinct, then I don't know what is.
Natural selection is all about evolution and progress. And as soon as there's enough light, darkness will disappear.
Right is always right. Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger.
Mm, repeat it again?
There was a day where I was playing with a game I used to play with my brother, where you are like an alien and you're just destroying Earth. Video game like that.
No, I don't really remember.
The people who created that game created Biomutant.
I'm using L1. What do you want me to do? I don't know why it wants you to press L1. It's not doing anything. What is the L1 supposed to do? I suppose it's going to be mine once I defeat this thing, but I can't figure out what L1 does. Well, I don't know what parry means. I don't know if that's a move, I don't know if that's a weapon, like...
Ward off a weapon or attack counter. So is it supposed to be? I think you're supposed to recognize it as about it.
Well, I think I did do it once.
Try it again.
Alright. Ooh.
We figured it out.
Not the...
Better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story.
No, I guess we're leaving the horse. Love you.
Love you. Good night. Talk to you tomorrow.
This
Okay.
time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The Predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the Tree of Life started to die.
No.
Dead on.
Put an end. The oil sludge is everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. That ain't bad. Whoa. It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Logs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Neutralized. Shot through. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake.
Oh,
They
shit.
began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they
Idiots.
were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours. The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. There you go.
I assume they're gonna get harder on the way.
The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then. The night everything changed.
The backstory.
There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad.
Wow, thanks.
The child could have been anyone, But the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past. There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Looper Lupin did to your village, your Moomer and Popsy, was the beginning of the end. He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have. It was after the attack that the Unity fell apart. Your Moomer's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
Oh, we are tiny. Who is this, Elvis?
Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Moomer knows you are here. You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the young forget.
My
He
God.
understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people.
Huh? The potato people.
Or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life.
Potato people is
You
better.
might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding. You found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's ki energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. The small tree you saw up there where you met will eventually grow into a tree of life and start giving back to nature. It'll be the heart of the land. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy. You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree.
Ooh. Oh my God.
Now that you've seen the Nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal. Not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Muma will be able to protect us.
Yep.
He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did good here today. No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after the raid last night on the Lupin camp with her disciples. Wonders if they let the Predator family live or not.
I'm going to save when I get out of this
I
underground
lost
place.
you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the Tree of Life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived. The genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse that Toxinol Corporation inflicted on the land set the World Eater's DNA into overdrive. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his Octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route.
Now we get to go there.
Noko has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the
Not
Goop
Porky
a
Puff.
machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Oh God. Sorry, that's my microphone. You can't rub up on my microphone. Use my hand. Hello. I know you want food. I'll feed you. Just give me a little bit. I guess you're sitting on my back now.
You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb.
And here I am.
Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters.
Yeah, this is a good place to stop. Kitty, you want some food? You want some food? I'll go feed you, yeah? You wanna... Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, you want some food?